Hey friends, Casey Ashmore coming to you from the office today. And we're going to talk about the business side of the practice of law because this comes up. People have questions and I want to make sure that we're getting them all the information. So, I heard a real smart lawyer tell me one time that there's only a few things you can sell in the practice of law, and that is the relationship, the results, and the bill. And I don't know if I completely 1,000% agree with that, but I see the logic of it. And in the initial consult, we've got a video series on what to expect in your initial consult. And we talk about the things that clients are going to be faced with throughout the course of the representation. And the biggest challenge is the financial, right? I mean, it's not the biggest, especially if your life or your liberty or your family is at risk. But it's a big challenge. Financial challenge to continue to invest in the litigation to achieve the results or minimize the results that the other side wants to achieve, right? To defend you, the client, from the results the other side wants to achieve. Whatever that may be, but that continuation of investment. So the initial retainer, the purpose of that initial retainer is a good faith estimate of what the first 4 to 6 weeks of work will be for your case. We strive to get you as far as we possibly can in that 4 to 6 week period, and then put you in a position where you can evaluate some things, and then depending on what milestone you might be facing next, make a decision as to how much and what you have to reinvest in. So I use a lot of sports analogies when I explain the steps to a lawsuit. In fact, I believe I've got a video series on just that, right? All the steps to a lawsuit. A lawsuit is a lot like a sporting event. A boxing match is a good example, right? At some point, the fighters step in the ring. The ring is governed by rules in the state of Texas. Those are the Texas rules of evidence, the rules of procedure, criminal, civil, some Texas family code if it's a family case, the estates code if it's a probate case. So think referee and ropes in the ring, right? At some point, the fighters shake hands, the bell rings, they come out of their corner, and generally, somebody goes on offense, somebody responds defensively. They may go counter on offense, putting the initial offensive boxer on the defense. But this is how these things unfold. At some point, in almost every case, there's an opportunity to negotiate. In criminal cases, this is the plea bargain. Right? In civil cases, this is family case, for example, the 60-day cooling off period or mediation. And then, same would apply in a regular civil case, same would apply in a contested probate matter, right? There's an opportunity to negotiate if there's an adversary and reach a resolution. The purpose of that opportunity to negotiate is to stop the case, right? To effectively skip to the end, right? You get a good plea bargain offer, the case is effectively resolved, the client is going to accept some level of responsibility for whatever the alleged offense is, and take the deal. Mediation, informal settlement agreement, same concept, right? You skip to the end, and you don't have to go through all 10 rounds, right? Just punching and taking punches. Skip to the end. If you skip to the end, You don't have to continue to make those investments that are required when agreements cannot be reached. Now, I'm going to get into more of that in the next video series. But again, this is an explanation of what these milestones are that are explained in the initial consult, or they should be explained in the initial consult, and why these milestones come along, and why it's necessary to keep investing and continuing to invest in the legal defense or the legal offense, whatever the case may be. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a message on any video platform you see this. Hit me up at chat@ashmorelawfirm.com. Thanks again so much for watching, and more on the bill, the relationship, and the results, and what it all means, and why the investment needs to continue in this next video series. Thank you.